Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, it is Sea Viper release day. So naturally, hey, we're going to talk some Sea Viper because she's got a lot of cool and interesting traits, and she's, for lack of a more elegant term, survived in the Street Fighter 6 a lot better than I thought she would in a lot of fun ways. And of course, there's some other things to talk about as well, like, hey, we got an all-new costume for Zangief. Looks really good. Another thing to mention is there is no balance patch. There is a patch with a bunch of bug fixes and small tweaks, but no actual specific balance changes. So if you're looking for something big like the big ranked match overhaul Fatal Fury just pulled off, not in this patch anyways, sometime in the future. So let's talk Viper. And of course there's a bunch of like world tour stuff. We'll talk about that in another video. But for now, let's talk the gameplay. Because one of the things, I was wondering out of the gate is, can Viper do the thing? And, well, yeah. She can do the thing, right? Like, you can go seismo, like, you can do it all. All the greasy stuff you want is there. We got seismo chains, we got instant cross-up burn kicks, we got all sorts of feints. And fun thing about feints, they've changed feints and made it a lot easier. So for feints specifically now, it's on kick, right? So you can go like move and then hit kick feint, right? If you're fast enough, but you don't got to be fast enough now. You can hold kick and then enter feint, and if you're holding kick, it'll just auto feint, or you can hit punch and kick at the same time as long as they're different strengths, and it'll just auto feint as well. If you hit like say heavy, right? Then it'll just give you drive impact. So that's not going to work because that's a command, right? But if they're different strengths, then that'll work well, right? So you can either hold kick ahead of time, or like, they just made it a lot easier to work with, right? And of course, and hey, super jumps, right? So super jumps, if you haven't been following along with the changes, now cost a drive meter, which, is a lot, but you can super jump cancel pretty much everything that's not the sweep. Like in previous videos, I was wondering about some of her buttons, right? Like stand medium kick and stand heavy punch, both look like good buttons. And heavy punch is a really good button. Like, it's got some real range to it, right? And hey, you can super jump cancel it. Great. And then Viper being Viper, you can cancel the super jump cancel. So stand heavy punch example, right? This move is not in any way special cancelable, but I can super jump cancel it. And then I can take that super jump and say turn that into medium thunder knuckle. And now, well, there you go, right? So I'm super jumping, and then I'm canceling the super jump into the Thunder Knuckle, and that becomes a natural combo. So all of a sudden, her various buttons get a lot scarier, like medium kick, right? Like good little poke, counter poke. And I can buffer a super jump into it, and specifically I'll do a tiger knee backwards. So quarter circle back and up, right? Which means nothing in and of itself, because you cannot super jump backwards. But you can super jump forward and neutral, right? But as far as the buffer is concerned, all it knows is if it connected, it reads the down and the up, and it's like, oh, you want the super jump, huh? And then it turns it into the move, turns it into a combo. Now, granted, it takes a drive gauge every time. It's not free, but it's pretty okay like that. So say we're just playing neutral, right? And we're trying to whiff punish. So we'll use stand medium kick to whiff punish a button. Once again, it's not cancelable in anything in and of itself, but I can use the super jump cancel the super jump cancel into a seismo, and a little reach from there, and then super jump cancel that into a burn kick, and it'll look something like this. Not a bad little whiff punish, right? Right? Not bad at all. Granted, it's gonna cost you some meter, but you also get some of it back hitting the enemy. But yeah, so this means Viper can do a lot of things other characters cannot do, straight up. But this also means Viper will demand a level of like speed and technical precision from your hands other characters don't demand. I've already seen a lot of people posting on Twitter like, oh, by the way, I just had a lot of fun labbing Viper and my hands hurt. And in Street Fighter 6, I'll take that as a compliment, I haven't heard that, like my hands hurt. That's not necessarily good, like that's not a good thing, right? But like the fact that people got to move their fingers around a lot in a way that Street Fighter 6 usually doesn't demand from you, right? And there's some layers to it because it's going to get tricky. So say you want to do as low to the ground as possible burn kick. Well, if you're doing it in a combo, like say we're doing Seismo, we're going to super jump cancel it, right? So for that, because burn kick now is quarter circle forward, which has really messed me up for a while because I keep doing quarter circle back. But you would go like Seismo, quarter circle forward, up forward, and then hit kick, right? And a lot of, like, that'll give you the cancel into burn kick, but that's the grounded version of burn kick. Because on the super jump cancel part, you haven't left the ground yet. You have to ever so slightly delay and then hit kick, and then you'll get the actual airborne version. Notice the difference of the two arcs. And that matters a lot because you get no follow-up on this one. You do get a follow-up on the other one. If I do it as fast as possible, that's the grounded version. And if I do a very slight delay, I'll get the air version, right? So there's going to be timing specific stuff on top of that. Like say if you want to do the cross-up burn kick, right? If you do it right away, you'll just get the air version. So you got to like wait a split second, then hit kick, and then it'll give you the air version as low to the ground as possible. Then that'll be the cross-up version. And yes, I just did it again. Okay, see, right there. I just did quarter circle back. So the Street Fighter 4 classic of block one side, then block the other, still exists. Because burn kicks, each strength has like a different momentum mark to it if it's moving forward. Light just stops you dead, versus heavy just keeps you going forward. So like block, that was a cross-up. Block, same side. So the gimmicks are there. And granted, Street Fighter 6, you can parry. There's options, but it's there. By the way, one of the colors for Viper does give her purple hair for outfit 2. So it's like K-pop Demon Hunters. Imagine what you could do if you pretended that Viper didn't come first and you said they're ripping off K-pop. Oh, wait. I'm good at Twitter. Anyways. So let's talk some of the more, we did the fancy stuff. Let's talk some of the bread and butter stuff here. Does she have a throw loop? Oh my God, does she ever? Like dash after forward throw, you're +7. So the only thing to knock, I guess, is you're so plus, you'll actually whiff if you throw right away. How do we solve that? Just like delay a split second. Like it doesn't matter. Just delay a split second. You're good to go. So yeah, she definitely has a throw loop. If we thought maybe like the era of character design of throw loops was over, that ain't happening. We're still rotten with throw loops. And since she's so plus 7, it's very easier for her to like walk out of stuff too as well, for catching the shimmy. Stand medium, 8 frame startup is +1 on block. That's not bad. Especially because it naturally combos into crouch medium. So at minimum, you got some easy like intermediate combos. And we got heavies in the mediums as well. So crouch heavy punch is +2 normally, but if you heavy knuckle cancel, then it's +6. Which means, while we can't do Fierce Feint Fierce necessarily, we can do Fierce Feint Medium. And that'll be a natural combo. So, not as strong as the Street Fighter 4 days, and for good reason, but it is there. So if you're looking forward to like feint combos, hey, we got them in spades. Also, if you feint cancel it, it is -1. Keep in mind, which feint you do does matter. Like light knuckle feint is -7. Medium knuckle feint is -3. So which feint you do, like heavy feint always recovers the quickest of all of them. So if you're trying to do combos, generally heavy feint is the one you want to go for. But stand heavy punch. So remember, we can super jump cancel, right? And we can super jump cancel feint. So this is completely neutral on block. So you can just try to jab them out. You don't lose your turn for attempting to just go in and try to thunder knuckle feint. It'll just sort of work out for you, right? And on hit, it's +6, which means it will also link into crouch medium punch. Now, unlike crouch heavy punch, this does, take a drive gauge, but stand heavy punch has like double the range, and it's neutral on block. So that's a little bit of tech right there. This is day 1 Viper. This is a complex character. There's going to be a lot of stuff to be figured out in time. But on the early going, like, I like her. Like, she's fun. She's like a old school Street Fighter, at least Street Fighter 4, right? Like, I appreciate Seismo as a low. Like, that alone, that's going to help out her zoning a lot. Because unlike, say, JP's pillars, they're mids, right? So you can just walk out of them. Like, you still block if he's got the spacing. But for Viper, you're going to have to crouch. or you're gonna get your toes caught. And randomly getting clipped by her is extra scary because her like potential reward is gigantic. Not the least to mention this buff. I thought the buff worked differently than it did. So if you do the level 1 and you connects, you get the buff. You can see your super bar, right? And I thought the way it worked was when you have the buff live, you get free super jumps, right? And I thought each super jump cancel would like take from your meter, right? Like every time you do it, it would just take a little bit from the meter. No, it's completely free forever. So that means in situations where you're doing like Seismo cancels, like that didn't cost her a single stamina bar. It's all free. Everything's free till that bar runs out. And I thought maybe to like penalize it, the level 1 wouldn't be invincible. No, it's invincible. So like this is going to be as important to her as like Mai's level 1 is to her, I think. Because it's going to enable all the shenanigans completely for free without the downside of you losing your stamina bar. If I have any complaints, it's that Thunder Knuckle has nowhere near the range it does in Street Fighter 4, right? Like Light Knuckle's all right, I guess. But even like Medium Knuckle from like Street Fighter 4 would hit from here and like has like half the range, right? So it's not neutral in and of itself. But then again, you know, Stand Heavy's all right, Stand Medium's all right. So like she's got stuff, but just compared to the Street Fighter 4 version, that could carry her by itself, and it's definitely not that move no more. And she's going to be meter hungry on the drive gauge, which is absolutely by design. I think that's part of the reason why the buff works the way it does, is so it can give you some relief on just going crazy, spending your bar, right? But I do like that it gives you some fun things, right? So like Thunder Knuckle has punch follow-up, right? Think of it like Luke or something like that, right? So you do it, you follow, takes a drive gauge, but then it just gives you like easy big pressure. You're really plus, you can just walk on them. Light version gives even more. Like you can definitely figure out some easy frame kills. Like I figured out in 1 second, right? So boom, you're +2 to wake up, then go for a throw loop or something like that. Burn Kick has this as well. It's even better on Burn Kick actually, because it just gives you auto-timed pressure. You just like literally forward dash afterwards, even if they back roll, you're +2 in their face. That's really strong. And also gives a kick version that's always plus on block. Now, admittedly, there's a gap there, so you know, watch out for parry. It's Street Fighter 6, but if you get a burn kick block, you can just keep the pressure going. Like, there's a lot of interesting ways for her to utilize her drive gauge besides just drive rush and like do the usual Street Fighter 6. Her character design is a very interesting blend of the old stuff, which you would think would not be allowed in the modern day, because once again, you know, it's different, right? It's not very Street Fighter 6, but they allow you to do it, which I definitely think is to the game's credit. But then, hey, adding all this new stuff, like let's give her more follow-ups. Like, hey, okay, here's plus on block burn kicks. Which, by the way, jump EX burn kick is plus on block as well, just so you know. So she's got a lot of ways to pressure. So we're definitely in the early days of Viper stuff right now. I think she's neat. Like she even has like a focus attack. I don't think it's frame 1. I think the EX version starts faster, but like she can also dash cancel out, just like, you know, Street Fighter 4. That's cool. I think she's cool. I think she's a really strong addition to the game. She's definitely technical. I know there's going to be a lot of people who want to try out Viper for a variety of reasons, and then they're going to get their hands on her, and she might be too hard for some people, and that you could construe as a negative. But I think it's worthwhile to have a higher skill cap character in the game for the people, you know, for the sickos, right? So Sea Viper is a character for the sickos for sure. So anyways, there's going to be more Viper coverage on the channel in the coming days. Look forward to that. We're going to go through her story, World Tour bits. We're going to have a combo guy, have the big guide. She's a lot of fun to figure out. She's a lot of fun to play around with. And if you are a Street Fighter 4 player, it does feel like coming back home a little bit, other than having to get used to the fact burn kick is quarter circle 4 instead of quarter circle back. But otherwise, like, big thumbs up. Viper is a really cool character. She's really well done. And by the way, I do like the mech Zangief skin a lot. That's why I keep showing it. I think it's really cool. I hope the other outfit 4s they're doing singletons of are as inventive as this. But yeah, so that's our day 1 Viper preview, hands-on, whatever you want to call it. I like Viper. She's cool. And that said, that is it for the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.
is the love making. This is the love making.